Hello Kraft team, welcome back to my channel. It is Fine Crafties. For this video we will be designing a fascinator. Yes, we'll be designing this beautiful fascinator you just saw. So if you're a new subscriber, you're highly welcome. I am Ibiware. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. So stay glued and let's get crafting. For our project today, we'll be needing some items to work with. So we'll be needing our Alice headband, but this was customized to this color. So if you want to check out the custom made headband was made, there will be a link up above for you to click and get to the video, and also the link will be made available in the description box below. And that goes for all the items we did earlier that the videos have been put out. These are our handmade Sinamay curls that you don't need any steam to get it curled this way, quick and easy. The link is also up above and in the description box below. So we'll also need our fishing line. I like working with fishing line. You can use thread, either is suitable for you, but I like working with fishing line. So I'll be using 0.85 mm. I'll need a needle. We'll also need our UHU glue. Our Sinamay lily, I'll be working with Sinamay lily here. The video is also housed on our channel, so just the link above or check out in the description box below. Then we'll need some feathers. I have a pheasant feather that I've trimmed off some of the feathers. Then I've curled it to have this S shape. So maybe I'll get to put out that video to show you how I did that. And have some feathers also. Just a simple feather, but with just your scissors you can get it curled. I like something, just spicing up things, so it's easy to do just with your scissors. Open your scissors, you flip it up, then you get it curled that way. More feathers, sometimes more is better, so I'll be needing more feathers also. Then of course we need our fascinator base, already molded fascinator base. So let's get to work. First off, I like attaching my Alice headband to my fascinator before I attach other things on. So whichever way you prefer, but I prefer attaching my Alice headband so I can check it out where I want my fascinator to tilt to the left or to the right. So I'll just check it on my arts model Pinky. So later on you get to see Pinky. So I've attached it to where I want it, and this also helps all my attachments to be on the same spot, so I don't have fishing line flying all over the place. So for my Sinamay lily, I made two and I attached them together just using my needle and fishing line, so they stay stuck together. That is how I want it to be on this fascinator. So I'll just go ahead and attach it to the side where I want it to be on my fascinator with my needle and fishing line. And why I like using fishing line is because is kind of transparent, so you won't easily notice it except you're very close. So even if it's not properly covered, maybe one thing or the other is not properly covered, you will not easily notice it. So that's why I like using fishing line instead of using thread. But if you're using thread, you also use your matching thread so it goes the same color with your fascinator base. So I'll just attach it. I'm done attaching my Sinamay lily to my fascinator base. So time for my feathers. So for this feather, just trying out to put it let it pop out of my Sinamay lily. I know designing is all in your head what you want to, so you just check, and if it comes out fine, better. So for this part, for my feather, what I'm doing, I'll just bring the bunch of feather I want to attach, then sew them. First of all, use my fishing line to go round it, then put my thread through it and bring it to hold it in place. I'll do the same thing again. Just take my fishing line, go round my feather, then sew through it. This way your feather stays stuck together. And if you want to attach it to your fascinator base, now for this project I'll be putting it inside my Sinamay lily, but if you want to attach it to your fascinator base, when you do it this way, you have a platform to by which you can sew through your feather and attach it to your fascinator base, or maybe your headband. It stays better, it holds better that way. So that is a tip when you're working with feathers. So I'll just go ahead and make a knot to secure what I've sewn in place. I'll just make a knot 2 or 3 to secure it in place before I'll use my UHU glue and get it stuck into my Sinamay lily. I just want to create this view of like the feather popping out of the Sinamay lily. So you can use a longer feather for this part. You can use a fuller one, depends what you want. So I'll just use glue, attach it to my Sinamay lily, so it creates this look of the feather, like the feather growing out of the Sinamay lily. So if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed to this channel to join the craft team, what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button now and join the craft team for more tutorials on headwear design, fashion accessory DIYs, millinery tips, more goodies to come. You don't want to miss out. Click on the subscribe button and join the craft team now. So I'll just put my feather, put it towards the tip of the bottom of my Sinamay lily, put it and hold it so that it will get stuck in there and it won't. And also at the end of when I'm almost done, my final bit to cover the base of my Sinamay lily, I will sew and attach. That way to my needle and thread will pass through this the feather I'm putting into my lily. Now for now I'm just using UHU glue to stick it on and hold it in place. So for my pheasant feather, I'll just do the same thing. So for the pheasant feather, you can actually trim the way you want, or you just cut them the way you want and allow them stick out if you prefer that way. So I'll put this other feather also into my Sinamay lily. This one too goes into my Sinamay lily. So I'll just try and check out which, with my pheasant feather, how I want it to be placed in my Sinamay lily. But first off, for the Sinamay pheasant feather, you can actually bore a hole so that you can sew through it. I can use your needle, place it to be a little bit hot. You can bore a hole through it so that I can two holes so that I can sew through it and attach. But for this one I won't do so. I'll still use my glue because, like I said, I'll still pass needle through it at the end. So first off, I'll just apply my UHU glue at the bottom of my pheasant feather at the stem. So I'll just apply my UHU glue. I'll apply it generously so it holds better. Please like and share this video so others too will benefit from this video. So this one will go into the bigger Sinamay lily. So I'll pass it through to the bottom of my Sinamay lily. I'll get it through and make sure it comes out a bit from the bottom of my my lily. Yes, get it to that tip, to that bottom. Get it to the bottom. So when I'll get to sew my final attachment on my fascinator base, my needle will pass through it too and hold it in place also, just for reinforcement. So our pheasant feather has gone into our Sinamay lily. Our fascinator base is coming together. It's looking like more like a fascinator now. So for this other coily feather, I'll just still check where I want it to be. Before you attach anything on your fascinator, please always check first before you do your final attachment, so you're sure the final outcome will be what you want. So first of all, try it out and see if you like it, then you go ahead and attach it. So I was just checking where if I should put it in the smaller one or the bigger one. I think I'll go with the bigger one. Let it pop out of the bigger one and give a little glam to the pheasant feather in that bigger Sinamay lily. So always check before you attach. Check where you want to place anything first, then you go ahead and attach it. So I still did that needle and thread and attachments to this other feather also, to bring the feathers together and attach it. So the same thing I did for the other green feather, I did for this coily feather also. So my final attachment will be uncurled Sinamay curls or spirals. So that will be our final attachment. Then our fascinator is done. So I'll still check it out how I want to place it. Just trying different formats to look how beautiful, if I like it this way. So that is just basically what I'm doing now, trying to check other variations to place, how to place it on my fascinator base, and if I like it that way better. But I think I'll go with this spiral look. I like the spiral look better, so I'll go with this spiral look. So all I'll need to do is just to attach with my needle and thread. I'll just my fishing line, I'll just attach it at few points to hold it in place. So I'll attach the beginning, then the middle, then the last part. So that is what I'll do, just attach it at few points to hold it in place. Then for the last part, I'll show you how I attach them so your knot will not show from either the front or the back of your fascinator. So I'll show you how I did that. So just look closely. I'll pass my needle at the back of my spiral, not the back of my fascinator. So just look closely. It's at the back of my spiral I'm passing my needle, not at the back of my fascinator. So I'll just pass it through the back of my spiral, bring it out, then I can now attach it to my fascinator base. I can now sew down, pull it through my fascinator base and attach it. So this is to prevent my knotted end of my fishing line to show either in front of my fascinator base or at the back of my fascinator base. This way it stays hidden in between the fascinator base and the spiral. So that's just what I needed you to see. That is how I attached the spiral to my fascinator base. So for the 3 points I attached it, I did the same thing. So another tip for you there. So we are almost done. So excited. So you've watched till this point and you've not subscribed. What are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button now and join the craft team for more headwear tutorials, fashion accessory DIYs, and millinery tips. So to finish it off, I'll still bring it out from the under the fascinator base, the spiral cord, sorry. Then I'll knot it off and cut off. That's just it. So look at Pinky modeling our fascinator, our beautiful fascinator. Thank you for watching. Like I'll always say be creative. Till we meet again in our next video. Bye.